For me and millions of other players, and probably you watching right now, showing someone around your Minecraft world feels like letting them into your house. Touring my house would be nowhere near as big a deal as it felt to show another YouTuber, Genuine Chili, around my Minecraft world. After 5 years of building lore, history, and shenanigans.
So much to look at. You've just spent literally years. Like, there's just so much to look at.
But then, my audio corrupted. A 2-hour video where someone tours 5 years of buildings gone. It was the first time I'd ever met Chili and her first interactions on the server ever. It was the first time that someone I don't really know yet has walked around everywhere, seen the cities and the weird contraptions, designs, and the working villager population that makes Lava Falls. I got so mad that I thought I'd make a special video about Chili's first time on the server and about Lava Falls, so enjoy. 5 years ago, I was chilling in my uni house in the living room and I decided to re-download Minecraft. I started playing the game in 2009 and worlds, adventures, and big crazy updates definitely shaped my childhood. I remember playing Minecraft on days that ended up memorable for good reasons and bad reasons. So when my housemate, who is known on Minecraft as the Mega Fungus, saw me building my first house in years and the first building on the server, which is this little piano house, he decided to join the game, so I made it a server so that he can join, and we called it Lava Falls. I might have shown this in a video before, but under the house you can see like basically the first ever crafting table on the server. You can see the remains of some of these first ever chests. And the first ever mine shaft. It's very clear that I moved on and got richer somewhere else. These were the humble beginnings. That first house and the Mega Fungus's first house there, where my cursor is, turned out to be just north of Central City, which is like, I don't even know how to explain Central. It's crazy. I wanted to ask Chili about this because this is a really weird world where we went from survival mode to creative, and I just wanted to ask her about the server and what it's like looking at this world as an outsider. Are we weird? Are we cool? Do we play Minecraft like everybody else? I want to know. I want to find out. The first year on Lava Falls was entirely survival mode. We made a house each, we had that one friend that caused chaos, and we had that one friend that knew how to get things. Then I started to get obsessed with a terraforming style that I kind of regret. There's loads of stone brick and loads of walls that are made of stone brick and flat areas for buildings. The area that was once a forest became a walled kingdom and is now a city known as Central, as I was saying. It's a crazy mix of old and new that I can only describe as organized chaos in the best way possible.
I don't even know where to start, but it's like this time capsule or this timeline of this preserved history of all of your guys' effort, and it's obviously not a planned city. Like, it is chaos. All the builds are so wildly different, but it's also just part of the charm, and there's so many things to discover. Like, you just discovered a building here you didn't even know about. But yeah, delightful chaos is probably the shortest description I can come up with.
Today, as a city, it's got loads to offer. Houses, skyscrapers, gyms, a football stadium, a pyramid being moved in the sky, a lava tower, a school that only does French and philosophy, and a wigwam that's been there since 2018, and a museum for a famous dog that died on the server. Its main thing, and the thing that I always show everyone, is a huge minecart station with tons of lines to places that I should probably talk about in another video, because all those other places is what truly makes up Lava Falls. So please subscribe. Because of all the item duping and city building that was going on in the server's second year, we decided to switch to creative mode to increase potential, but we kept it vanilla.
When I think of creative servers, even with like friends, I think of it as like these like construction areas. Like it's just places for test builds, but it's not really like an active place where you interact with people. So it was fascinating to me to have this like, I don't know if it's like a holdover from it being a survival world, but at this point, I don't think it is anymore. So you guys are playing in creative, but you're still interacting with each other as much as you would on a survival multiplayer. Yeah. Oh, that's the end of that acronym. Survival multiplayer SMP. I was like, where's server in that? When you did that video and you were like, oh yeah, these helicopters are just like slowly encroaching on my space. They're slowly gonna invade. I was like, that's so absurd to move them like inch by inch, block by block over time, like just for the dramatic effect of it, just for like the immersion and the interaction of it. And, you know, because you could just like move them there, but that's a shortcut that you don't have to do even though you're in creative. So it's bending my mind with like what shortcuts are like not cheating. So you guys use creative mode, you use command blocks.
Yeah.
You can teleport and stuff.
Yeah.
But there's some things, there's some details that you keep and do it the slow way. And so I'm really enjoying like figuring out how that all works. It's different. It's a different game.
One thing Chili and I spoke about a lot was the difference between creative mode and survival mode. Creative mode doesn't feel like a game to most people. It's basically software to make art. And because creative mode is used for building, Chili was surprised that I was walking a lot and that I decided to take trains to most places. About 20 people have been on the server in total, some probably just to look around, but for about 5 of us, it was our new digital home. In lockdown, I built my first football stadium, and others moved away from Central to start building their own areas. Brick City, the Kingdom of E, the Rangway, and of course where I'm stood right now, the Isle of Mango, all one-upping Central in their own unique way. I will make sure to show you round and we will tour all the nooks and crannies of these areas eventually, so make sure to subscribe. So, train lines. We have so many train lines. I don't want to downplay it by saying a number, but I guess it's over 200. Most lines take a few minutes. Some you can ride for 5 minutes constantly surrounded by builds. And some you spend 5 minutes looking at absolutely nothing.
You asked me in the document if I was going to use the trains, and I'm like, no, I'm not going to.
Here are some more crazy things we have on the server before I talk about what we are up to now. Thousands of villagers. Lots of them have names and they live in real buildings in cities, towns, villages on the server. We have a map art area in the end that's absolutely huge. Loads of very unserious comedy lore that you don't really have to follow, but if you do, it's funny. A 3D art area, which is as big as the entire rest of the server. A storage area for deleted builds in the nether. A ghost train that's 5 minutes long. Nether lines that drive you insane. A parliament with lights and a voting system. A mayor who we worship for some reason. A private military organization that is currently trying to invade me. And a giant prison for mob murderers and political prisoners. And I won't show you the outside of that build yet because it is insane. It needs its own video. Even though the survival era is long gone, and so are its players, and the creative mode grind in lockdown feels like ancient history, there are a small group of us that work on Lava Falls every single week, and I am one of them. Well, I might be the one that plays it most often. I'm a bit obsessed. I've been building my city, the Isle of Mango, for over a year now, and I'm planning on extending everything out to the southwest to make entire countries on islands eventually. Even though it has been 5 years on the server, I'm just getting started. My main city here is only about a year old, and my building skills have improved so much that I wanted to make a channel about how proud I am of this city. So I really hope you guys are enjoying the videos, and I'm not done yet. Let's talk to Chili again for a minute.
Having all of these jerseys and just like space for more of them, you're creating a living world that's much bigger than what you see right in front of you. So it gives like this, yeah, it gives like life to the entire like universe around here. And it's just the details. It's what's inside the builds that I am really enjoying. And I also really liked Belinda's wine shop with like the very detailed wine varieties. I really liked that. Like you had to have like taken time to like think up these very specific labels for them. Like you've made them all French and stuff. It's so silly. With the different effects. Yeah, I love that. I love that. That made me think of like, oh my god, like I need to make super detailed stuff. Like it just gave me a ton of ideas of how to like customize things just for the immersion, just for those details. It's really cool. And that's something you can do in survival as well, but you might not think to do that, you know? Oh, Belinda. Oh yeah, Belinda, of course.
Oh yeah.
Obviously.
Wait, you named this villager Belinda, right?
No. Oh yeah, I did actually.
You did. It's one of the things you did lost in the video. I might be able to put a clip of an audioless clip of you naming Belinda on top of this.
Well, she's dabbling in some roof maintenance. She's a multi-talent.
My first YouTuber friend Chili has now joined the world and will cover her new builds on her channel, hopefully. This is a call out to Chili basically, so I'm sorry for landing you in it. And with that, I leave you. I need to stop walking backwards. I leave you with that and to the future. Thanks for stopping by Lava Falls. What a peaceful outro. A peaceful end to the video.
What are you doing? How have you not subscribed? This is crazy. Come on! What do I have to do? If you are subscribed, by the way, you can click off. I love you. I'm so sorry. This rant is not for you. Okay, we go back to the rant for the people that haven't subscribed. How have you not done it, please? I have 50 kids. I have 4 wives. I need to feed them all. Please. Disclaimer, I have no kids and no wife, and don't worry, I'm absolutely fine. Please don't worry about me, I make videos for fun. Okay, see you next time.